Hello everyone, myself Prapti Jaiswal and I welcome you all to Prapti's Holistic Homeo. In this video, we are going to cover an most important topic which will be definitely coming in your examination for SCQ, which is for 5 marks. So you have to do this topic, which is logic from organon of medicine. So basically, we have to study inductive logic and deductive logic. They can ask directly, the question can be asked directly on logic, or they can particularly ask what is deductive logic and what is inductive logic. Okay, so you have to be prepared with everything. Okay, so first we'll see what is logic. So when we have to reason, or when we have to give reasoning, we have to make out the correct and incorrect reasoning. So that comes under the logic, where we use our where we use induction, deduction, and algorithm. Algorithm means when two statements are used to prove the third statement. If I say apple is a fruit and fruits are good, so I can say, or I can prove the third statement, which is apple is good. Okay, so that is algorithm. So where we use these things to distinguish between the what is correct and what is incorrect, so that comes under the logic. So first we'll see the definition. Logic is the study of principles and methods used to distinguish correct reasoning from incorrect reasoning. Okay, so whatever principles and methods are used to distinguish this, what is correct and what is incorrect. Okay, so that study is known as logic. Okay, so it involves induction, deduction, and algorithm. I already told you what does it means, which are essential in medical science for reaching valid conclusion. Okay, so if someone is coming to you with any statement or with anything, you have to make out what is correct and what is incorrect. Okay, what is general, what is particular, you have to apply your logic. So it is very important in medical science, and as the other pathy don't give priority to it in homeopathy, but in homeopathy it is very useful. So so you get definition, so you have to write, or you have to start with the definition if it comes for the 5 marks. Okay, so I try to keep it very systematically so that you can write as it is in your examination, or I would say that see the lectures at some point here and there if you want, or else this is sufficient for you. Then types of logic, there are two types of logic: inductive logic and deductive logic. Okay, so what is inductive logic? Inductive logic is which goes from particular to general, and deductive logic is general to particular. You can remember like that. Deduction means subtraction. So from general is many, to particular we are going. Okay, from general to particular, that is deductive. Okay, so inductive logic is going from particular to general reasoning, and in deductive we go from general to particular. Okay, now we'll see both of these separately. First we'll see inductive logic. So what usually happens is in inductive logic, as I already told you, that we go from particular things to make it generalized, or we see it as a broader picture, we see it in a broader picture. Okay, so inductive logic involves drawing general conclusion based on specific observation or case. Okay, so whatever, if someone is coming with a particular thing, we generalize it. Okay, on the based of the observation. Okay, so we come to an generalized conclusion. It moves from particular intenses to a broader generalization. The conclusion is probable but not may always certain. Okay, मतलब कि वो लाइक अगर हम किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज़ से जनरलाइज कर रहे हैं उसे, तो वो प्रोबेबल हो सकता है, बट ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो हमेशा ही एकदम एक्यूरेट हो. ओके, बट वी कम टू एन प्रोबेबल कंक्लूजन. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, दिस आई हैव रिटन इन पेंसिल just to explain it to you, or just to give you a very simple example, but you don't have to write it. It is just for you to understand that if I take an example of Nikhil is intelligent and he is a medical student. I say this. Okay, I am talking about a particular person. Okay, I am talking about Nikhil. Then if I say Kunjal is intelligent, she is a medical student, and Prapti is intelligent, she is also a medical student. Okay, here I am talking about particularly about people or someone. Okay, I'm particularly talking about the person. Person you matlab I mean. So here I'm talking about Nikhil, Kunjal and Prapti. But if I have to by these observation where I can see that intelligent students are medical students, like the person who are intelligent are medical students, and I generalize it कि all medical students must be intelligent. ओके सो ऐसे ही कोई भी अगर केस आता है कोई भी पर्टिकुलर ऐसे लोगों के साथ, सो वी ऑब्जर्व इट. ओके वाइल ड्रग प्रूविंग ऑल्सो वी डू द सेम थिंग. वी प्रूव इट ऑन मल्टीपल पीपल एंड वी टेक द सिम्टम्स ऑफ द ड्रग एंड वी जनरलाइज इट. ओके कि वो ये सारी चीज़ें जनरली हमें देखी गई है. सो वैसे ये तुम्हारे एग्जाम्पल के लिए था. आई होप यू कुड अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज इंडक्टिव लॉजिक विथ एटलीस्ट दिस एग्जाम्पल. सो वी विल मूव विथ द नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल. ये तुम्हें समझने के लिए था. सो वी जनरलाइज इट. ओके कि ऑल मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स मस्ट बी इंटेलिजेंट बाय दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जर्वेशन. Okay, so this is what actually happens in inductive logic, okay, where we apply or where we go from particular to general. Okay, then example is a doctor observes that many diabetic patients have high blood sugar, okay, or increased blood sugar. From repeated observations, they conclude that diabetes is associated with high blood sugar levels. ओके ये शायद तुमको थोड़ा समझने में ये होता, बट ये सारी मतलब ये चीज़ें तुम अगर इस वाले एग्जाम्पल के साथ रिलेट कर पाओगे, सो इट विल बी ईजियर फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट if we see or if we observe that all the diabetic patients have high blood pressure. Okay, ऐसे हम एक इंसान को देखते गए and we usually found that they have high blood sugar. So we came to a generalized conclusion that every diabetic patient has high blood sugar levels. Okay, then what is the merit and demerit of inductive logic? So merit is that useful for forming hypothesis and new discoveries. जैसे कि हम कह सकते हैं कि ऐसे ऐसे चीज़ें इस चीज़ में होती है, या न्यू डिस्कवर कर सकते हैं कि ओके दिस इज़ व्हाट यूजुअली वाज फाउंड इन दैट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. तो जनरली हम सभी पर ही अप्लाई कर सकेंगे. ओके बट द डीमेरिट इज कंक्लूजन्स आर नॉट ऑलवेज सर्टेन बिकॉज दे आर बेस्ड ऑन लिमिटेड ऑब्जर्वेशंस. ओके सो दे मे नॉट बी ऑलवेज सर्टेन और वेरी एक्यूरेट बिकॉज अगेन एकदम इंडिविजुअलाइजेशन होती है. सो वैसे ही हम नहीं सारे जनरलाइज्ड चीज़ों को हम ये कर सकते हैं, उसको ज़्यादा सुपरफिशियल लाइक सुपीरियर रख सकते हैं, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते हम. सो दैट इज़ द डीमेरिट ऑफ इट. ओके सो दिस वाज द इंडक्टिव लॉजिक. देन नाउ विल गो विथ फॉर डिडक्टिव लॉजिक नाउ. So now we'll see deductive logic. So in deductive logic, as we already saw that we go from general to particular. Okay, in inductive we were going from particular to general. Now we come from general to particular. Okay, so deductive logic applies general principles to specific case to reach a definite conclusions. Okay, so कोई भी अगर general चीज़ें हैं, so हम में उसके एकदम कंक्लूजन पर आते हैं, लाइक टू रीच द कंक्लूजन वी यूज़ आर डिडक्टिव लॉजिक. ओके इट मूव्स फ्रॉम जनरल टू पर्टिकुलर एंड फॉलो स्ट्रिक्ट लॉजिकल रूल्स बिकॉज ये हमें जनरलाइज नहीं करना है, बस हमें जनरल से पर्टिकुलर पे आना है हमें. सो दिस इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट वन. For an example, all medical students, again this is for you to understand, all medical students are intelligent. Okay, Rama is a medical student. Particularly what we can say that Rama is intelligent because he is medical student. So अगर ये हमें जनरल हमारे पास आइडिया है हमारे पास कि all medical students are intelligent and you get a case where Rama is a medical student, you come to a particular observation that or you come to a conclusion that Rama is intelligent because he is a medical student. Okay, so next example is there is general rule or generally said that all bacteria cause infections. Okay, like there are so many bacteria, like gram positive bacteria there are so many gram negative bacteria, E. coli, staphylococcus, okay, streptococcus. These all are bacteria which causes infection. But particularly or specifically we can say that tuberculosis is caused by bacteria. Okay, so TB is an infectious disease. ठीक है, तो ये सारे बैक्टीरियाज इन्फेक्शन कॉज करते हैं. सो ये एक इन्फेक्शन है ट्यूबरकुलोसिस जो कि एक बैक्टीरिया से कॉज हुआ है. सो ये एक पर्टिकुलर पे हम आ गए. सो हम इसका कंक्लूजन पे आ सकते हैं कि ट्यूबरकुलोसिस इज़ एन इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज़. ओके इसका मेरिट क्या है? इफ़ द प्रीमाइसेस आर ट्रू द कंक्लूजन इज़ ऑलवेज ट्रू. लाइक अगर हमारे पास जो भी अगर जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन है, इफ़ दैट इज़ ट्रू ओके, इफ़ दैट इज़ राइट, सो हमें कंक्लूजन जो मिलेगा वो हमेशा ट्रू ही होगा. ओके, बट इसका डीमेरिट क्या है? द कंक्लूजन डिपेंड्स इंटायरली ऑन द एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द जनरल प्रिंसिपल. ओके, सो डीमेरिट में वही दिया है कि कंक्लूजन इंटायरली डिपेंड्स ऑन द एक्यूरेसी ऑफ जनरल प्रिंसिपल्स, कि हम अगर कोई भी जनरल से पर्टिकुलर पर आ रहा है तो फिर पूरा पूरा हमारा पर्टिकुलर इसी पे बेस्ड होगा कि वो जनरल कितना ट्रू है. ओके, सो फिर अगर वो ट्रू नहीं रहा तो हम पर्टिकुलर भी जो हम जिस पर्टिकुलर कंक्लूजन पे आएंगे डेट में ऑल्सो बी नॉट वेरी एक्यूरेट. ओके, सो दिस वॉज इट फॉर डिडक्टिव लॉजिक. Now we will see importance of logic in homeopathy. Okay, so first is in understanding law of similia. As you know that when we take the case taking and when we give the drug, okay, so that time also we have to apply the logic while prescribing the medicine. Okay, that is given in the next point also, but the principle similia similibus curantur is based on logical observation of disease and drug action. Okay, so to give or to find this simillimum also, we observe logically that the disease and the drug action should be very similar. Okay, so find out that logic is applied, so it is useful in that. Then second is case taking and symptom analysis. Okay, while taking the case we have to apply a logical reasoning. Okay, so logical reasoning is acquired to differentiate between common and particular symptom. Like if someone is coming with a disease in which the in that disease has that symptom as a common symptom, which everyone has that, okay, in that particular disease, but a peculiar symptom are those symptom जो अगर किसी और को भी वो डिसीज़ हो गई तो भी वो उसमें नहीं दिखाई देगी. ओके, ये पिक्यूलियर सिम्टम होता है जो कि कॉमन नहीं है डिजीज़ में, बस ये उस पर्सन में दिखाई दे रही है, सो दैट वो हम इंडिविजुअलाइज कर पाएंगे उस चीज़ को. ठीक है, सो टू do that, to get the peculiar symptom or to differentiate between the common and peculiar symptom, we use this reasoning. Okay, then selection of remedy. A homeopath uses logical comparison between the totality of symptom and materia medica. Okay, so selection of remedy means, as I already told, कि totality of symptom, जो भी हम symptom लेंगे तो वो जो भी अपना साइन एंड सिम्टम बता रहा है वो हमारे जो होम्योपैथिक मटेरिया मेडिका के जो ड्रग्स होते हैं उससे अगर सिमिलर होंगे, सो डेट विल बी आर final remedy. So to select that, logic is applied. Then helps to individualize the case, as I have already told you here. अगर हम common और peculiar symptom को differentiate कर लेंगे तो हम individualize कर पाएंगे उस केस को. ठीक है, so that was it for logic. I hope you could understand by this and share it with your friends if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching.